just mentioned Kobe. Did you have a personal relationship with Kobe or any type of relationship?
Kobe and I had the same agent, Arn Tellem. And I knew Kobe. Yeah, I knew Kobe ever since he came out of high school. And actually, the New Jersey Nets with my team, they wanted to draft Kobe, and I was in the hotel room on draft day.
Go ahead,
So I'm in the hotel room with Arn, and he's on the phone with Kobe, and Kobe is like, well, I thought we had a deal with the Lakers for Vlade Divac for them to trade Vlade Divac to the Charlotte Hornets for me, and I was going to LA, and then because he knew that the New Jersey Nets at that time wanted to pick him. And John Calipari was on the phone, who was my coach in New Jersey, and he had just taken over New Jersey. And he was telling Arn, we're taking Kobe at number 7. And Arn was like, I swear to God, if you he mother-effed him a whole bunch of times. If you take Kobe, we're going to go to Europe. I swear to God, we will never play for the New Jersey Nets. I already got a deal set up for him to go to L.A. So Arn punked John Calipari, man.
Wow.
And then so the pick comes up, number 7, and Arn and I are just sitting there watching the TV, waiting to see if they take the bluff, right? So John Calipari comes out. I mean, the New Jersey Nets pick come out and say, at number 7, the New Jersey Nets select Kerry Kittles. so John Calipari comes out in the press conference after. He's like, Kerry was the guy we wanted all along. I was like, you are a damn lie. You are a damn lie.
Hey,
you wanted to take Kobe.
Did you ever hear that joke about Kerry Kittles? I forget who said it, but they said Kerry Kittles don't have to catch a plane because the New Jersey Nets can fax him. Did you hear that? Did you ever hear
that? I never heard that one, but that's true.
Yeah, because he was so lit.
So skinny, man.
Yeah, man.
He was skinny, man.
And obviously, since we came off the Last Dance, man, people definitely want to hear your relationship with Kobe. I mean, Michael Jordan, Kobe. I mean, Michael Jordan. You can go anywhere you want to go with it.
Yeah. Look, man. y'all got to excuse me too, man. I ain't had a haircut in 8 weeks, but Garden Michael was in. If you go to my Instagram page, you'll see I made a list of the top 10 guys I've ever had to guard, and Michael was number 2. Mahmoud, and people go like crazy, like, oh, what people gonna tell me how hard it was for me to guard Michael and tell me that Michael should be number 1, but it wasn't Michael. The hardest guy I ever had to guard was Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, Chris Jackson. Okay, but guarding Michael Jordan, man, I mean, you just talking a guy who had no weaknesses whatsoever. 6'6", he was strong, he athletic freak. His hands were big, so he could move the ball all around whenever he wanted to. And he had, you guys just got done watching Last Dance. His competitive nature, man, it wasn't no lie. That dude was more competitive than anybody I've ever seen, and not just at basketball, at anything.
And you got him for a little bit one night. I heard you just tell a story.
Yeah. When I was playing, when he came over to my house and we were playing cards, man, I was beating him out his money, playing tonk, and he would not leave my house, bro, until he won his money back. Wow. And like I said, the story that I told, most people be like, oh, Michael Jordan's over my house, everything, we having fun. I was ready for this brother to go home. I was ready for him to leave. And, and he kept saying, in one part of the Last Dance, he's like, Magic said, look, Michael kept saying, let's stay at 1 more hour. Let's stay at 1 more hour. And that's the exact same thing that he did to me, but getting back to guarding him, he was great, but the triangle offense made him greater because you couldn't game plan against the triangle offense. And people say the triangle offense is a dinosaur. The triangle offense is for people with a high basketball IQ, guys that understand that all freedom exists within structure. Okay, the triangle offense is a structured offense that you have ultimate freedom in if you embrace it. They took it to New York, and Carmelo couldn't run it. All guys that are individual guys that don't understand team concepts have problems with it. But man, the triangle offense is like this. you guys know, being boxing fans and everything, that you cannot hit Floyd Mayweather clean, right? That's exactly what the triangle offense is like. You cannot guard them clean because they actually are waiting to see what you do before they do what they do. And now you take the greatest player, NBA player of all time, and two other Hall of Famers, and put them in, and Steve Kerr and Judd Bushley and all those other guys that are really smart guys. You ain't no way you're gonna beat them. You know, it was the system, man. I asked Craig Hodges, you know, who's from Chicago, and one who was part of the first three-peat. How did y'all all of a sudden start winning championships just like that? You know, because Michael had been around for a while. Then all of a sudden, he said the system, man. He said it's the system. And when I played against it, bro, I mean, it'll carve you up, man. I mean, I know you saw on The Last Dance when Michael dunked on me in game one.
Yeah, in Chicago. I know you saw that. Hey, I was gonna text you, but I'm like, I would have been the 101st person that texted you. So I was like, I would go leave you alone.
hey, look, Fred. Kerry Kittle's ass didn't pay attention to what John Calipari told him in the huddle. He said, listen, Kerry, Michael is on you. Get the basketball, swing it to Kendall, let him take him one-on-one. Let him take Tony Kukoc one-on-one. Total mismatch. What do Kerry Kittles do? He tried to take Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
At the end of the game, when Michael Jordan is at his highest competitive level, he steals the basketball. The game is on the line, and Michael's about 3 feet in front of me, so I got to run him down. And I run him down, and the thing is, if you go back and look at it, he jumped before me. And I tell people this: if I was even with him, I'd have got that shit. And you know what? Every time my brother want to quiet me up, and you know I'm getting kind of talkative, and he's like, "Yo, why'd you jump, bro? Why'd you jump?" But I never lived that one down, man.
Now you wasn't too shabby neither, man. In college, I remember you and Marcus Liberty. Y'all were a hell of a team. Y'all should have probably won a championship. Talk about talk about the mindset and why it didn't happen, and like not meeting. People say not meeting the potential of it. The mindset. Was it the mindset of the team, or was it bad break?
No, it wasn't the mindset of the team. It was this. I mean, because we were all dogs. We all had the mindset. And that was actually the only Final Four team where the entire team was from the same state. We were all from the state of Illinois. We didn't have any outside guys, but we had destroyed Michigan twice in the Final Four. I mean, in that season, in the regular season. We really weren't taking them seriously. We thought we were going to just blow them out again. We were looking at Duke. We thought we were going to play Duke in the national championship. And, we still only ended up losing by, I believe, 2 points, man. And, it took me 25 years to watch that game. I did not watch that game. Yeah, I didn't watch that game until after I retired from the NBA. And then when I finally, had the urge to watch it, I'm watching, and then I called up my backcourt mate, Steve Bardo, and I'm like, man, we gave this damn game away.
Yeah, Steve Bardo was a defensive whiz, man.
Yeah, defensive player of the year in the Big Ten. 6'6".
Man, I remember Steve Bardo.
Yeah, 6'6". Steve used to do it, man. But that still hurts to this day, man. I mean, we should have had that national championship. We the best team in the country, man.
By far.
And unfortunately, it just wasn't our night.